My brother Jake, a lifelong screw-up, slept with my wife Sarah, getting her pregnant. We separated, and now Jake's trying to make amends with therapy and financial support. I'm heartbroken, torn between hate, love, and confusion, unsure how to move forward with them or the baby. I should have seen the signs, but I didn't. I trusted Sarah. I trusted Jake, even with his track record. About a year ago, I started noticing things. Small stuff at first. Sarah would be texting someone and smile in a way she hadn't in a while. Jake would make these offhand comments about how he and Sarah had hung out while I was at work. Nothing concrete, just enough to make me paranoid. I asked Sarah about it once, and she got defensive, saying I was overreacting and that Jake was just being friendly. I dropped it because I didn't want to seem like the jealous husband. Then, last summer, everything blew up. Sarah sat me down one night and said she was pregnant. I was over the moon, stupidly happy, planning nursery colors in my head, the whole deal. But her face didn't match mine. She looked like she was about to cry. That's when she told me it wasn't mine. It was Jake's. I don't even know how to describe what that felt like. It was like someone ripped the air out of my lungs. I just sat there, staring at her while she sobbed and tried to explain. She said it was a mistake, a one-time thing after too much wine one night when I was on a work trip. Jake had been there for her when she was stressed about work, and it just happened. She swore she loved me, that she didn't want to lose me, that she was sorry. I couldn't even yell. I just walked out of the house and drove around for hours, trying to wrap my head around it. When I got home, Jake was gone. He'd packed his stuff and left a note. Can you believe that? A fucking note. It said something like, "I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean for this to happen. I'll stay out of your life." No call, no text, just a piece of paper like he was signing out of a hotel. I haven't seen him since that day, though I've heard through Mom that he's living a few states away now, working some dead-end job. Sarah and I tried to make it work. I love her, or loved her, I don't even know anymore. We went to counseling, and she was all in, trying to make things right. She said she'd do anything to fix it. But every time I looked at her, I saw Jake. Every time she talked about the baby, I felt sick. I couldn't touch her without thinking about them together. The pregnancy was like this constant reminder of what they did. I know it's not the baby's fault. God, I feel like a monster even typing that. But I couldn't handle it. We separated in the fall. She's due in a couple of months, and she's been staying with her sister. Here's where it gets weirder. About a month ago, Jake called me. First time in almost a year. I didn't want to pick up, but I did because part of me wanted to scream at him. He sounded different, not his usual cocky self. He was crying, saying he's been a screw-up his whole life, and that this was the worst thing he's ever done. He said he's been going to therapy, which I didn't even know he believed in, and that he wants to make things right. He's been sending Sarah money for the baby, unprompted, and he's talking about setting up some kind of trust fund for the kid. He says he doesn't want to be in their lives unless we're okay with it, but he wants to take responsibility. I don't know what to make of it. Part of me wants to believe he's changed, but the other part remembers every time he's let me down. He's my brother, but he's also the guy who slept with my wife. Sarah's been texting me, saying she thinks Jake's trying to be better, and that maybe we could all find a way to coexist for the baby's sake. Hannah, I don't know if I can do that. The idea of sitting in a room with both of them feels like a nightmare. But then I think about the kid, and I feel like I'm supposed to be the bigger person, you know? I'm lost. I can't forgive Sarah, but I miss her. I hate Jake, but he's my brother. And now he's the father of my wife's kid. I don't know who I am in this mess anymore. Work's been a distraction, but I come home to an empty house, and it hits me all over again. I've been avoiding my friends because I'm embarrassed to tell them what happened. Mom keeps saying we'll get through it as a family, but I don't even know what that means anymore. I guess I'm posting this because I need to hear from people who aren't in the middle of this. Has anyone been through something like this? How do you move on when your whole life feels like it's been ripped apart? I don't expect answers, really. Just needed to say it somewhere.